Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time looking at a bottle of XH from Hitachino Nest in Japan. It is an 8% beer. It says on the bottle extra high. So I guess it's talking about the gravity on the beer. I don't know much about this, to be honest. I've had a couple of Hitachino beers now. The last time I had some was I was at the Brewdog bar in Camden when Brewdog launched their range of Hitachino Nest beers. So there were about 6 on keg, which was a real kind of good opportunity. Anyway, well, I don't show caps, but look at that, it's such a cool cap. A little with a little owl on it. It's really cool. It's one of the things I really like about Hitachino Nest. The presentation of their beers are fantastic. I've never had this one. I haven't heard a great deal about it. Yeah, so I was at Brewdog Camden, and they didn't have this on. I think they had it in bottles, but I had a beer that really kind of opened my eyes as well. Well, actually, yeah, it was quite a monumental evening in a way. I had the Brewdog's IPA's Dead Simcoe, which kind of opened my eyes to Simcoe. I was a bit off with that hop. And another hop that I was really off with was Sorachi Ace, and their Nipponia IPA really kind of opened my eyes and how beautifully any hop can be used. If you use it in the right way, I mean, I think any hop can really kind of do its job and be very nice. To be honest, I really don't like that hop. Anyway, I digress. This is Hitachino Nest XH Extra High, I guess that's the abbreviation. The beer in the glass, like a really kind of radiant amber, quite a kind of desert sunset of a colour. Quite, yeah, like a musky peach. Is there some... There's a bit of haze. Yeah, it looks like there's some sediment in suspension on that, sadly. I am very careful with my beers. I'm careful not to kind of like tip them around and stuff. But yeah, there's some sediment in suspension there. So anyway, I don't know if that's going to have much, but it's very fine. It might bring a bit of bitterness that I wasn't looking for. Anyway, let's waffle. Let's have a sniff. The head's nice and kind of tight and creamy. Ooh. Wow, that's really interesting. It's all about orange, various types of orange really. It's got a real nice zesty kind of orange peel. It's got a sweetness of something like clementines. Certainly has that. I'm getting a slightly kind of spicy honey thing going on as well. Yeah, that spicy honey kind of. I'm sure that's definitely a combination between the malts and the yeast. Oh wow! It's just such a lovely, fragrant, warm quality. There's a kind of a spice that is not quite curry powder, but there's a hint of that in there. Maybe lemongrass, but that kind of like spicy heat. Oh wow, that's fascinating. That's a beer you can sniff all day. I really wasn't expecting that. You can see kind of hints back to something like a Fuller's Vintage Ale as well. Wow, that's a really, really unique beer. Anyway, I'm dying to try this. Anyway, cheers. Wow, for 8%, you would not kind of understand that the beer was that strong. I've just reviewed the Little Something Ale from Lagunitas, and there's just a similarity where that was a bit kind of Belgian. I can definitely see that kind of inspiration of English beers definitely coming back to something like Fuller's Vintage Ale, or maybe more accurately Golden Pride. It's got that kind of hint of, yeah, definitely. There's a red, like a quite a juicy red apple. There's a hint of cough medicine, but loads of orange. As I said before, flesh rind, all sorts. But it's a really round, warm flavour. Aroma, sorry. Yeah, and there's this hint of maybe like a... I had a really fancy Tasmanian honey once in a beer that Rooster's made once upon a time. And it's that floral, maybe kind of hint of honeysuckle or something like that. Wow, yeah, wow, that's so fascinating. Anyway, I keep smelling it and not drinking it enough. But yeah, I'll come back to that thing with the Fuller's Vintage Ale. Something like 1698 from Shepherd Neame, which have got quite a resounding, earthy, spicy hop quality, along with a heavy concentration of, I'd say, I'm speculating on this, obviously a load of Marisotto and a decent amount of crystal malt. And crystal malt bringing that kind of slight red berry, toasted wholemeal bread element to it. Yeah, red currant in there as well. It's a fascinating beer, it really is. The finish, there's a hop spice once again. It kind of dances around a bit. I'm getting a probably maybe kind of like pink grapefruit and a mildly candied orange peel. It's like a sweetened orange peel, but with a load of hop flavour. I found that absolutely fascinating beer. The beer that I'm currently kind of warm conditioning at the moment of my homebrew is a Simcoe beer. And one thing that's really kind of jumped out to me through the process of brewing that beer has been hop flavour. And I think this is the key to a lot of good beers. I'm not saying my beer is good. This is probably the best beer I've ever done, and I guess this is why I'm excited about it. But the key to a good beer is extracting as much hop flavour as possible. So don't forget about that. You mean, if there's a lot of breweries out there going for kind of big bitterness, but hop flavour is absolute paramount. It's all about flavour. It's a drink. It's a completely kind of visceral experience, and you need all elements. You don't want just a really aggressive hop quality stripping away the kind of enamel on your teeth. There's no fun in that. You want hop flavour, and that's making the most of a hop. And I'd say this beer is really making the most of the ingredients that they're using. I haven't a clue what's in it, as it's all in Japanese. But it's this really fascinating beer that is really fascinating, and I'm glad I've had the opportunity to try it. I bought this online at beerits.com. Is it .com? .co.uk maybe? Anyway, they're really kind of turning things around. Zach's doing a cracking job over at Beerits and Beer Paradise, and this is one of the beers that they got hold of. So if it's still available, definitely try it. If you've got the rare opportunity to try Hitachino Nest's Espresso Stout, do that. That's a beautiful beer, and especially Nipponia. It'll be a real eye-opener. That's a real showcase of a very purely hop in Sriracha Ace. Anyway, less waffle. So that's Hitachino Nest's XH Extra High, 8% ABV from the Kiuchi Brewery in Japan. Fascinating stuff, really is. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.